We're going to trigger a real malware attack. Elsewhere in the building, someone will open an email which will release a potentially devastating attack on this corporate IT system. This is all going to happen very quickly, so watch the screen. The email is being opened now. And that's it. In just about a second, the ransomware has detected the malware. The infected PC has been shut down and removed from the network, and any encrypted files can now be retrieved from the backup. Missed a bit? Let's go back in time and take you through it step by step. At 10:05, Jane here opened an email from someone she actually knew, but it contained an unknown form of malware which got through the existing first line of defense. Email's just one of the ways that criminals attack IT systems, but it could also be via USB, a visit to a website, from a drive-by attack, through social media, via the Internet of Things or mobile devices. And they're developing new ways all the time. At this stage, of course, Jane here has no idea she's done anything wrong. But ransomware was monitoring the network traffic and identified the file encryption as soon as it began, triggering an alert here in the control room.
When it sees a malicious event, the system sends an alert to the system managers wherever they are. The CISO got an alert on his phone. The CIO was out of the office but was still alerted via his watch. Crucially, the system also sends a network message to shut down the device that's encrypting the files. It's disconnected from the network, stopping the malware in its tracks and limiting any further damage to the network. Back in the control centre, the ransomware system has logged the few files which were encrypted before the rogue device was shut down. In this case, just 7 files. Ransomware will also automatically generate a GDPR report, which contains all the information you need to record and share with the supervisory authority. However, by instantly limiting the scale of the attack in the first place, the incident remains minor and easy to manage, and with just a few files compromised, only internal reporting and documentation is necessary in case the GDPR supervisory authority requests proof of incident at a later stage.
It sends a report to the designated system manager. The encrypted files can immediately be recovered from the backup, and you can contact the user of the infected machine to restore it. The wider network is not affected and continues to run normally. And that's it. A potentially devastating malware attack stopped dead in its tracks by ransomware. Installation couldn't be simpler. Unlike traditional IT security, which is installed on every device here, ransomware runs centrally on a designated virtual server in the backbone of your network. It'll work in the cloud, in Azure or AWS.
During installation, initial alert levels are set which define when events like file encryption should trigger alerts. We use artificial intelligence and machine learning to adapt the initial alert setting automatically, making them ever more sensitive based on your real network activity. We also define how the system should react when malicious events occur, how devices are shut down and who's alerted.
Unless the system sees a malicious event, ransomware will run silently in the background, keeping your network safe without placing additional pressure on your system. But when you are attacked, ransomware responds 24/7, quickly, decisively and effectively. It's a revolutionary last line of defense when all else has failed. Can you afford to be without it?
Wall stops ransomware before it stops you.